Selenium WebDriver in a nutshell. Written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Selenium WebDriver automates browser actions for testing web applications. It simulates user interactions like clicking buttons and filling forms. Many companies use Selenium WebDriver to ensure quality and speed up testing. This guide covers top Selenium interview questions with examples and explanations. Mastering AJAX calls. WebDriver Wait to the rescue. Written by Angie Jones from Applitools. AJAX allows web pages to update dynamically. This can pose challenges for Selenium. This is where WebDriver Wait comes in. WebDriver Wait pauses execution until a condition is met. For example, wait for an element to be clickable. This ensures Selenium interacts with the element when available. Taming timeouts, implicit, explicit, and fluent waits, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Selenium offers various waits to handle time delays. Understanding them is crucial for robust tests. Implicit wait tells WebDriver to poll the DOM for a certain time when finding an element. Explicit wait used for specific conditions like waiting for an element to be clickable. Fluent wait customizable, allowing configuration of polling intervals and ignored exceptions. WebDriver wait =new WebDriver wait driver duration of seconds 10 web element wait until expected conditions element to be clickable by my button. Wait =new fluent wait driver with timeout duration ... of seconds 30 on polling every duration of seconds 5, ignoring no such element exception class. Dynamic Web Elements, Strategies for Success, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Dynamic Web Elements can be tricky as their attributes change on each page load. Selenium provides ways to handle them. Use dynamic locators like CSS selectors or XPath. For example, in XPath, web element =driver.findElement by XPath button contains ID dynamic. Combine locators with waits. This handles most dynamic element scenarios. Page Object Model, Organizing Your Test Code, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. The Page Object Model, or POM, is a design pattern. It enhances test code maintainability. In POM, you create a class for each web page. This class contains the page elements and methods. These methods interact with the page. For instance, you can have a login page class. It would have locators for the username, password fields, and the login button. It would also have methods like enter username. POM promotes code reusability. It makes your tests easier to maintain and improves readability. JavaScript Alerts, Taking Control with Selenium, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. JavaScript alerts, prompts, and confirmations need special handling in Selenium. Switch to the alert with driver, switched to alert. Perform actions like getting the alert text or accepting it. Remember to switch back to the main window after handling the alert. Parallel testing, speeding up with testing and unit, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Parallel testing reduces execution time. It runs multiple tests concurrently. Testing and Unite support parallel execution. Configure parallel testing in testing XML. Unit uses annotations for parallel testing at runwith parallelcomputer.class, public class, myTest class, // test methods essential for large test suites. Cross-browser testing made easy, the power of Selenium Grid. Written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Cross-browser testing ensures your web application works flawlessly. It works across different browsers and platforms. Selenium Grid makes this process efficient. It allows you to distribute tests across multiple machines. These machines can have different browsers. You need a hub and nodes to set up Selenium Grid. The hub receives test requests and distributes them to nodes. Running tests on Selenium Grid covers many browser and platform combinations. Capturing the moment, taking screenshots with Selenium, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Taking screenshots during tests is helpful. Selenium provides the interface for this purpose. Screenshots are valuable for debugging and visual insights into test failures. Downloading files. Configuring browser preferences, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Selenium allows you to interact with browser downloads. You can configure browser preferences to handle downloads automatically without prompts. Extracting text. Unveiling web element content written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Extract text from web elements. Use web element equals sign driver find element by dot id my element. String element text equals sign element dot get text. Use the text for assertions, logging or storing data. Closing versus quitting understanding WebDriver commands. Written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Our WebDriver commands to close browser windows, closes the current window. Closes all windows and ends the session. Use for a specific window and when done with the session. Always use at the end of your tests. This ensures proper cleanup of resources. Custom weight conditions tailoring your weights, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Selenium provides built-in expected conditions. Sometimes you need more specific weight conditions. Create custom weights by implementing the interface. Public class custom expected condition implements expected condition at override public boolean apply WebDriver driver / your custom condition logic here. Custom weights offer flexibility for unique test scenarios. Synchronization issues avoiding thread.sleep. Written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Synchronization issues occur when Selenium and the web application are out of sync. It's unreliable and makes tests slow. Instead, use Selenium's weight mechanisms, implicit weights for general element loading, explicit weights for specific conditions, fluent weights for customizable weights. Using appropriate weights ensures Selenium waits for the application, making tests robust and reliable. Mobile automation with Appium, expanding your testing horizons, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Appium is an open-source framework for mobile app testing. It supports Android and iOS platforms. Appium uses the WebDriver protocol familiar to Selenium users. Set up the Appium server and configure desired capabilities. Desired capabilities specify device and app information. Appium supports tests for native, hybrid, and web apps. Simulating user interactions, the Actions class, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. The class in Selenium allows you to simulate complex user interactions, perform actions like mouse movements, clicks, drag and drop, and more. Create an instance of the class and pass the WebDriver instance. Actions equals sign new actions, class driver. Chain actions using methods like move to element, drag and drop, and more. The class provides fine-grained control over user interactions. This makes your tests more realistic. Keyboard operations, mastering actions and send keys, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Selenium simulates keyboard events. Use the Actions class or the send keys method. Actions class, use the method to send keystrokes. Send keys method, use it directly on a web element. Both simulate keyboard input. Choose what suits your needs. Dynamic XPath refining your element locators, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. XPath is a powerful language for locating elements in XML documents. Selenium uses XPath to find elements on web pages. Dynamic XPath creates flexible locators that adapt to changing attributes. Use functions to create robust locators. Dynamic XPath gives you more control over element selection. It makes your tests less brittle. Desired capabilities customizing browser settings. Written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Desired capabilities configure the browser for your tests. Set browser-specific options like version, platform, and extensions. Chrome options equal sign new Chrome options. Options, add arguments and headless. / run Chrome in headless mode. Desired capabilities give you control over the browser environment. Web table handling, navigating rows and cells, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Web tables present data in rows and columns. Selenium allows interaction with web tables. Extract data, click on cells, and more. Iterate through rows and cells using loops. Use web element methods like find elements and get text. For web element rows, list cells equals sign row, find elements by tag name TT, / process cell data. Web table handling is common in test automation. Asserting element presence, validating your tests, written by Angie Jones from Applitools. Assertions are crucial in testing. They verify your application behaves as expected. Testing provides assertions for validating results. Use assert true to assert a condition is true. Use assert false to assert a condition is false. Assert true, element dot is displayed, element is not displayed. Assertions create robust and reliable tests. Conclusion: Practice makes perfect. Written by Angie Jones from Tools. This guide covered top Selenium Java WebDriver interview questions. Remember, practice is key to success. Keep practicing. Master these concepts to impress your interviewers.